Namaste, myself Yogesh Landge, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department, Finolex Academy of Management and Technology, Ratnagiri. I will be take a series of lectures on heat transfer operation subject. In this subject, I cover the contents from the syllabus of Mumbai University. The course code is CHC 503. And today's lecture, I cover the module 1 and the topic is steady state conduction. So let's look at what is steady state conduction. The contents from this module is Fourier's law. We look at the Fourier's law. What is the Fourier's law? The statement of Fourier's law and the equations related to the Fourier's law. Then the thermal conductivity. What is thermal conductivity? The definition of thermal conductivity. What is the unit of thermal conductivity? That we'll cover in this one. Then we see the heat transfer by the conduction through the composite slab. Similarly for the cylinder, for the composite cylinder, and conduction through the sphere and composite sphere. So there are the various geometries. So we take the various equations related to the composite slab, composite cylinder, composite sphere, a slab, cylinder, and the sphere. So we take the three geometries from it. After that one, we look out the concept of thermal resistance network, and the last topic from this one, it is a critical radius of insulation. So first it is the heat transfer by conduction. Now what is that heat transfer? We know the definition of heat. It is the form of energy. It is one of the form of energy to transfer. Okay, so conduction, it is a mode of heat transfer. There are the three modes of heat transfer: the conduction, convection, and radiation. So here we look at the conduction. What is conduction? Mostly the conduction takes place through the solid. It is the media required for it. It is a solid one. So let's see what is the effect of heat transfer by the conduction. What are the various assumptions or the conditions for it? The first, it is the medium depends on the geometry. What is the geometry of the medium is very important to transfer the heat by the conduction. Second is the what is the thickness of that particular object is very important. So thickness is depend the heat transfer for the heat transfer by conduction is depends on the thickness. It is also depend on what is the material of medium. Material quality, material property is very important for it. So here we represent it is by the thermal conductivity of the material. So as we have the more higher thermal conductivity, there is more heat transfer rate that we get. And another, the most important is the temperature difference, because this is the driving force for heat transfer. It is possible to transfer the heat from one point to another point only when there is a temperature difference. Just like when we consider taking the example of fluid flow. In the fluid flow, the driving force is the pressure difference. Similarly here, the temperature difference is the driving force for the heat transfer. So generalized equation from this one we can write, it is the rate heat transfer is directly proportional to the area, that is the geometry. It is depend on temperature difference and it is inversely proportional to the thickness. The equation rate of heat transfer for conduction for the flat plate is considered, that is a Q conduction is equals to the minus Ka T2 minus T1 upon X. Now what is this Q? This COND stands for the conduction one. Then minus, obviously the heat is transferred from higher to the lower, so we consider the minus sign. The K stands for the conductivity of heat. Okay, and T2 T minus T1 is the temperature difference. If you look at the contents from it, the Q is the rate of heat transfer. It is in watt or joule per second. A is the cross-sectional area in meter square. K is the thermal conductivity of the substance in watt meter per Kelvin. X is the thickness in meter. And T1 minus T2 is the temperature difference. Either we consider it is in a degree Celsius or it may be in a Kelvin. Now we look at, before we move to the steady state conduction, let's a small look out for the difference between steady state and unsteady state conduction. Now heat transfer we can classify it on the basis of steady state and unsteady state. that is we also call it is a transient state. Let's look at the images of it. There are the two images. One is the transient state images, so there are the two flat plates from which the heat is transferred, and another picture is showing for the steady state where the two flat plates are given. Now first we look at what is the steady state one. So here if you observe, the heat is transferred from one left hand side to the right hand side, and the value of Q is the heat rate is Q1. Okay, and the temperature difference 15 degrees Celsius on the left hand side and 7 degrees Celsius temperature on the right hand side. Okay, and the difference is 8 for it. Now similarly for the second object, again the same conditions are mentioned. Okay, so this particular condition we call it is a when Q1 and Q1 is equals to the Q2, that is the steady state. It means the heat transfer rate is not changed with respect to time. With respect to time, no change, then we call it is a steady state condition. Now in the another case, if you look at the temperature differences is vary in a both plate, and the timing required for it is again the variation. So this here Q1 is not equals to Q2. If I am consider the Q1 at when the time is 2 and when the time is 5, that time we can consider the Q2, and when Q1 is not equals to the Q2 with respect to time, there is a variation in Q. Such case we call it is an unsteady state. In the next, as we move further, we look out what is the equations for the transient state or the unsteady state, but here in this particular video we just look out what is mean by steady state. Now Fourier's law of heat conduction. So the statement of Fourier's law: the rate of heat conduction through a medium in a specified direction, consider the x direction, is proportional to the temperature difference across the medium and the area normal to the direction of heat transfer, and is inversely proportional to the distance in that direction of heat flow. So the equation for this, according to the Fourier's law statement, the Q conduction is equals to the minus Ka dt by dx, where K stands for the conductivity, thermal conductivity of the medium, A is the cross-sectional area through which normal to the direction of the plane, and dt is the temperature difference, and dx is the distance or the thickness of that particular object. So this is the Fourier's statement: rate of heat conduction through the medium in a specified direction is proportional to, means this Q is proportional to the temperature difference delta dt across the medium and area normal to the direction of heat transfer, and inversely proportional to the distance it travel, the direction of it. Okay, here the minus sign, we can see this is the minus sign is mentioned in this general equation is what it is a flow in decreasing temperature. So the temperature gradient showing negative as it is the heat is transferred from higher to the lower, so it is a decreasing one, so that's why we consider a negative sign of it. Now consider a plane wall. So let's take the image of it. So consider a plane wall through which the heat is transferred. So heat is flow from the left hand side to the right hand side. So continuously heat is flowing from this particular wall. So this particular side we call hot medium, a temperature is higher, and this is the cold medium, the temperature is lower, and we consider the thickness is x. So direction of heat flow in this x direction, and this is the thickness, and we represent it is by x. The T1 is the temperature of hot medium and T2 is the temperature of cold medium. So this is the pattern of flow from the wall from x directions, from left hand side to the right hand side. X is the distance, and this particular area on which the heat is transferred. So this is the A that we call a surface area. This particular area is the surface area. So once you understood this image, on this one we try to solve the equation for the steady state conduction in one dimension for the plane wall, or we call it as a flat plate. So this is the picture of plane wall. Now the equation for according to the Fourier's law statement is Q conduction is equals to the minus Ka dt by dx. So we represent this is the equation number 1, and now we are putting the conditions for it to solve this particular equation in a simple format. So we are integrating the equation number 1, and the limits we consider, as we know that the Q is vary depend on the temperature difference, depend on the thickness, depend on the area, and depend on the conductivity of it. Now in the equation number 1, if you look at the value of K, we consider it is a constant one, so thermal conductivity is constant. Then the surface area, obviously the area is not changed with respect to time, so A is again the constant term, and variable are only these two. The one is the temperature and another is the distance. So these two are the variables, and from that one we consider the limit. So when the x is equals to 0, when the x is equals to 0, then we consider t equals to the t1. If you look at these previous pictures, in that one you can easily understood what exactly it is. Okay, and when the x is equals to x, then I am considering t equals to the t2, like I just explain you how. Now this is the case, so t1 and t2, now we move, the heat is moved from this direction. So x here is 0, here the x is equals to the x. At x equals to the 0, the temperature is t1, and at x equals to the x, the temperature is T2. So accordingly we set the limit of for the integration. Okay, so after integrating the equation number 1, you get this is the equation. So the lower limit is 0 to x for dx. So this is the rearrangement of the equation, and t1 to t2. So like that one, after solving it, you got this particular equation. The q is equals to the ka t1 minus t2 upon x, t1 minus t2 upon x. So this is the equation for the one dimensional, for the x direction, and the heat transfer by the conduction through the plane. The rate of heat transfer through the wall is increases when. Now these are the certain conditions. So as I said, this is the general equation for it. Now what is this? Rate of heat transfer through the wall increases. How and when the rate of heat transfer is increased? It is increased when there is a temperature difference between the surface increases. Another is surface area is a very important. As we increase the surface area, there is a chances of increasing the heat transfer rate. Wall thickness, it reduces the heat transfer rate, and the material change, that is higher conductivity material will give a more heat transfer rate, because this is directly proportional to the Q. Surface area is directly proportional to the Q. Material K, that is directly proportional to Q. Only this is inversely proportional. So as the radial wall thickness is reduces, you will get more heat transfer rate, and as it is increased, you will get less heat transfer rate. So thank you very much for watching this video on steady state conduction in one dimension. I summarize this part in this particular video. We look out the what is the Fourier's law, the statement of Fourier's law, and we simply take the plane wall of having a temperature, plane wall, the conduction through the plane wall, and we see the equations for it, and what are the conditions to increase and decrease the heat transfer rate. Thank you very much for watching the video.